back, everybody. This is Low Quality Bruins Fan coming at you live, but not really, pre-recorded on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter at Bruins Low, and tonight we are recording a podcast that we are going to dive deeper into the news I want to talk to you about today. This is really quick, and I don't have any notes or anything. I just want to talk a little bit about it. The first thing we're going to go real quickly through, which is Brad Marchand gets 3 games for his slew foot on OEL against Vancouver. Do I think that this was a slew foot? By definition, yes. By all technicalities, it was. Especially frame by frame. Yeah, you can absolutely look at that and say that's a slew foot. That being said, it was very mild as far as slew foots go. And I know I'm biased, but those of you who are watching, and you should have gotten 10 games are also biased. 3 games was egregious for this. Mostly because we've been seeing heinous slew footing around the league. I know everyone likes to bring up Subban, and Subban's pretty much the poster child for this, where they get fines, if anything at all. I thought this deserved a fine at most. A game I could have lived with. 3 made 0 sense to me. It just didn't. And if you wanted to go with, well, he has a history of it, that's fine. But when you consider last year, Tom Wilson, you knew I was going to bring his name up, when he crushed Carlo's face into the boards from behind, they went, well, he's not a repeat offender anymore under the guidelines because it's been over 18 months. It's been 3 years for Marchand, almost. So, I don't know what we're doing. 3 games, too much. That's all there is to it. I didn't agree with that. I think this is a good opportunity to put Hall up with your big dogs. Move him up a line. It's clearly not working between him and Coyle. Have Foligno on your left, or even Jakey. But Hall should get bumped up to take his spot, and there should be a ripple effect throughout. Jake Debrusk. He has requested a trade, likely because of being sat against Vancouver. Now, this is kind of funny. A lot of the fan base actually went, wow, I did not expect Debrusk to get sat. I thought he was doing okay. I think we all knew that a trade was likely for this player, regardless of how he performed this year. Whether it came at the deadline or at the end of the year, it really seemed like that was what was in the cards. I like Debrusk. I've been critical of him on this channel. I think we all have at a point or another. I've also defended him several times on this channel. And I've been very upfront about the fact that it's a sentimental attachment to this player. I wanted him to succeed. The results aren't there. I am disappointed. Was it his fault that he didn't succeed here? Was it the Bruins? I guess we're going to find out. Personally, I think it's a little 50-50, a little column A, column B. Our prospect management hasn't been incredible. Cassidy can be really hit or miss with the young guys. He kind of benches them quick. This is an eye-opening moment. It's been a long time, I feel like, since a player has requested a trade to leave the Bruins. I don't know where he goes. I haven't spent enough brain power thinking about where his next move is. I just was talking about the Ducks. The Oilers are in there, I'm sure. A lot of different teams that probably would take a flyer on a young guy with potentially 30-goal upside. Do I think he goes somewhere and lights it up? Maybe. I think he goes somewhere and has a really good first month, and we'll see how he settles in. Because the energy is going to be there with a new team. He is an NHL player. He shouldn't fade out of the league by any means. He's 24 years old. You've seen a lot of guys, 24, 25, just kick it into high gear after being traded. It's not going to work in Boston, so I'm not going to begrudge whatever his result is. I am going to raise an eyebrow, though, if he does do really well elsewhere, as to why, with all the talent we had him working around, why we couldn't bring that out of him. I do think the past couple of years have been a little unfair to him. Obviously, the pandemic affects everybody, but we played him on the right side for way too long, and then shifted to the left side, and then up a line, then down a line, then down a line, then up a line, then benched him, then up a line, then down a line, then benched him. He very rarely over 2 seasons got consistency until the beginning of this year, which he did get consistency and then couldn't make it work. I thought he was a better player this year. This is not set in stone that he even gets moved. They say he will stay with the team, obviously, but for how long? Right now, he's using up one of those 23 roster spots that we've talked about. We can't waive him, obviously, because he'll just get snatched up in a heartbeat. The return on him is not going to be large. There's no way, unless Jim Benning does something stupid. But I am disappointed. I'm frustrated. And I feel for the kid. Because at the end of the day, and I know a lot of people are going to be hurt by this and say, oh, fuck off. Fine, don't play for the Bruins. And a little piece of me does feel that way. Fine, you don't want to play here? Go. But I really want him to, he's a young guy. I don't think this is an ego move. I think he's frustrated with his career and he's unhappy. You have to look at the organization sometimes when that happens and go, man, maybe we didn't do right by him the whole time. There's a possibility that 27-goal season was an absolute ceiling, a little lucky, and he'll never get close to it again. That's not super likely that is a complete lucky season. I think the guy had a lot of talent, and I'm going to be disappointed that when he moves on. We'll see what we get for him. Everyone's frustrated in the organization right now because of the somewhat lackluster start to the season, because of a transition period where it feels like star power is dropping off every year, and because we have a legend waiting in the wings over two young goaltenders who aren't playing up to snuff. This is a weird time for this team. And it doesn't feel like a championship season, does it? But stranger things have happened. Debrusk, I cherished having you as a Boston Bruin. And I really do wish you luck wherever you go. I'm going to miss you. I really am. But hey, guys, we're going to talk more about it tonight. Short Shift Pod, link below. Should be out tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I just wanted to get on and riff a little bit. Go Bees!